Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we dive into some intriguing stories making waves around the world. First up, did you know that the world's smelliest fruit, the durian, is affecting coffee prices? Yes, that's right. Climate challenges and a shift to durian farming are causing coffee prices to soar, with potential costs hitting record highs in major cities. Next, we turn our attention to Hong Kong, where researchers are working on groundbreaking bacterial-based drugs to treat autism, dementia, and depression. With human trials on the horizon, this innovative approach could change lives and contribute to the booming microbiome market. Lastly, we take a look at Hengqin, an island near Macau, which is diversifying its economy beyond oyster farming. With ambitions in Chinese medicine and technology, Hengqin is positioning itself as a new business hub in the region. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these exciting stories. BBC, the world of coffee is facing a perfect storm that is driving prices to unprecedented heights, potentially leading to £5 cups in London and $7 in New York. The surge in costs is attributed to a combination of adverse weather affecting coffee crops, particularly a devastating frost in Brazil, and a severe drought in Vietnam, where farmers are now opting to cultivate more lucrative durian fruit instead of coffee. This shift has led to a significant drop in Robusta coffee exports, exacerbating supply issues just as demand was ramping up. As a result, both Robusta and Arabica beans are trading at near-record highs, leaving coffee drinkers bracing for price hikes, particularly in commercial coffee sectors like instant blends and supermarket offerings. While some experts suggest that the high market prices may not directly translate to retail increases, the overall economic landscape, driven by inflation, is causing consumers to feel the pinch. South China Morning Post. In a groundbreaking initiative, researchers at the Chinese University of Hong Kong are exploring the use of bacteria as potential treatments for autism and dementia, with hopes to begin human trials by next year. The Microbiota Eye Center has been established as a controlled environment for studying microorganisms and their impact on neurocognitive behavior. With a significant number of people in Hong Kong suffering from these conditions, the researchers have isolated hundreds of bacteria types that may hold therapeutic promise. They aim to develop these natural treatments, which are expected to be more acceptable to patients due to their organic nature. The team is currently conducting experiments with germ-free mice and plans to collaborate with pharmaceutical companies to bring their innovative discoveries to market. South China Morning Post. Hengqin, an island neighboring Macau known for its oyster farming, is ambitiously expanding into sectors such as traditional Chinese medicine, technology, and finance. The Guangdong-Macau In-Depth Cooperation Zone is leveraging its strategic location and favorable tax policies to attract investors and new residents. With plans for a major Chinese medicine research lab and the launch of autonomous vehicle services, Hengqin is positioning itself as a hub for innovation and development. The government is keen on diversifying Macau's economy beyond gaming, aiming to create a thriving environment for talents and businesses alike. Despite its small population, Hengqin is actively promoting itself through roadshows to raise awareness and draw in talent, emphasizing its potential for future growth as it embarks on this transformative journey. South China Morning Post reports that despite ongoing terrorist attacks impacting Chinese investments in Pakistan, the relationship between Pakistan and China remains strong and resilient. Khalil Hashmi, the Pakistani ambassador to China, emphasized the continued economic cooperation through the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, highlighting projects like the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, which has attracted over $65 billion in investment. Although the security situation in regions like Balochistan poses challenges, Hashmi reassured that Pakistan is committed to counter-terrorism efforts to protect these investments. He also noted a significant increase in net Chinese investment last year and expressed optimism about future collaborations, particularly in agriculture, technology, and energy sectors, reflecting the enduring partnership between the two nations. In another article from the South China Morning Post, Hong Kong's economic landscape is analyzed in light of its recent trade performance, which has shown a robust 10.1% growth in external trade. However, the city faces challenges in retail sales, which have declined significantly. The reliance on mainland Chinese tourism has proven insufficient for a quick recovery, as locals increasingly seek services across the border. The government is encouraged to adapt to these changes, with a focus on revitalizing the local economy through innovative businesses and cultural events. Recent initiatives in Tsim Sha Tsui aim to enhance the district's appeal, while Hong Kong's infrastructure developments position it to host major international events, showcasing its potential as a regional hub for tourism and commerce. Japan Times highlights the launch of the revamped Asian Champions League Elite as a pivotal moment for football in Asia, aiming to attract new investments in the sport. The tournament has been streamlined from 40 to 24 teams, featuring champions from key football nations like Japan, China, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea. With a fresh format, trophy, and logo, the tournament promises a substantial financial incentive for the champion, with the potential to earn up to $12 million. This strategic move by the Asian Football Confederation, AFC, is designed to enhance the quality of the competition, ensuring that it not only captivates fans but also encourages further investment in Asian football clubs, ultimately revitalizing the sport across the continent. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's head coach Simon Willis is determined to elevate the cricket team's performance by emphasizing the need to work harder and smarter as they aim to regain their one-day international status. With the upcoming Cricket World Cup Challenge League in Uganda and the T20 Emerging Teams Asia Cup in Oman, Willis is focused on addressing the team's recent near-miss in T20 World Cup qualifying, which left them disappointed after a rain-affected match against Kuwait. He acknowledges the team's potential and encourages players to harness their strengths while improving decision-making under pressure. Willis believes that understanding personal performance and preparation is key to achieving consistency and success in tournaments. South China Morning Post also highlights the imminent opening of Hong Kong's trade office in Kuala Lumpur, expected as early as next month. This development aims to enhance direct engagements between Hong Kong and Malaysia, with the Malaysian Consul General expressing optimism about increased collaboration in sectors such as artificial intelligence and the silver economy. The new office will facilitate trade and investment opportunities amid the growing integration within China's Greater Bay Area, which is seen as an attractive prospect for Malaysian investors. With trade between the two regions already significant, the establishment of this office is viewed as a timely step towards strengthening economic ties and fostering mutual benefits. South China Morning Post further explores the cultural significance of the Tai Hang Fire Dragon Dance, a vibrant highlight of Hong Kong's Mid-Autumn Festival. This 67-meter-long dragon, adorned with over 10,000 incense sticks and performed by 300 participants, has deep historical roots dating back to the 1880 plague in Tai Hang. The dance symbolizes the community's resilience and dedication to preserving their intangible cultural heritage. As demographic changes have affected the Hakka language and culture over the years, the fire dragon dance stands as a testament to the importance of maintaining cultural traditions. This year, the performance will blend tradition with modernity, incorporating technology such as LED decorations and drones, showcasing the balance needed for cultural evolution and survival. South China Morning Post, the Cold War era gave rise to a unique genre of spy novels that captured the zeitgeist of the time, particularly through the lens of espionage narratives surrounding China. During the 1960s, paperback thrillers featuring exotic titles and sensational plots dominated the literary landscape, often depicting the Chinese communists as enigmatic villains. However, Taiwan, a crucial player in the Cold War, was surprisingly underrepresented in these narratives, with only a few novels touching on its conflict with mainland China. Authors like Edward S. Ahrens and Dan J. Marlowe crafted stories that, while rich in detail about Taiwan's landscape, often relied on second-hand research rather than personal experience, illustrating a disconnect between the authors and the places they wrote about. Despite the pulp industry's rapid production pace, the novels managed to weave in elements of geopolitical intrigue, reflecting the anxieties of the era. South China Morning Post, the Pang brothers, Oxide and Danny Pang, emerged as significant figures in Hong Kong's horror cinema through their acclaimed The Eye trilogy. Their journey began with their work behind the scenes in the film industry, but it was their international success with Bangkok Dangerous that catapulted them into the spotlight. The first film in the trilogy, The Eye, was inspired by a real-life incident involving a blind woman who, after regaining her sight, tragically took her own life. This psychological horror film captivated audiences with its chilling narrative and subtle effects, establishing the Pangs as masters of the genre. The subsequent films, The Eye 2 and The Eye 10, explored themes of spiritual possession and youthful mischief, respectively, showcasing the brothers' versatility and evolution as filmmakers while maintaining a connection to the supernatural elements that defined their earlier work. South China Morning Post, Karl Anthony Towns, the Minnesota Timberwolves NBA player, has garnered attention not only for his athletic prowess but also for his advocacy in social justice. His relationship with Jordan Woods blossomed during a period of shared grief, as both had lost parents at a young age, Towns to COVID-19 and Woods to cancer. This connection deepened their bond, leading to a romantic relationship that began in 2020. Towns' impressive basketball career includes being the first overall pick in the 2015 NBA draft and winning numerous accolades, including the NBA Social Justice Champion Award for his efforts in advocating for voting rights. His commitment to equality and social justice extends beyond the court, as he has produced documentaries that highlight critical social issues, demonstrating that his influence reaches far beyond basketball. South China Morning Post reports on the intriguing relationship between tennis star Nick Kyrgios and his influencer girlfriend, Costine Hatzi, who has been a steadfast supporter during his recent comeback at the US Open. After a 7-month break due to injuries, Kyrgios returned to the court, partnering with Naomi Osaka for mixed doubles matches. Hatzi, who is 5 years younger than Kyrgios and holds a degree in psychological sciences, has made a name for herself as an influencer with over 178,000 followers on Instagram. She also launched a dress rental business, Style Studio, in 2023, promoting the idea of sustainable fashion. Their love story began in late 2021 when Kyrgios purchased a mirror from Hatzi on Instagram, leading to a relationship that has seen them move in together and hint at future family plans. In another article, SCMP Opinion highlights the much-needed improvements in Hong Kong's public housing estates, which have long been associated with long waiting lists and uninspiring living conditions. The government plans to refurbish 5 public rental housing estates by 2027, introducing features aimed at enhancing residents' well-being, particularly for the elderly. These upgrades include handrails, leaning benches, and community spaces to encourage social interaction, addressing the rising loneliness among elderly residents exacerbated by the pandemic. The initiative is backed by extensive consultations with tenants, showcasing a commitment to creating a more supportive and pleasant living environment for those in public housing. Lastly, SCMP Opinion discusses the pressing issue of maternity leave in Hong Kong, emphasizing the mental health challenges faced by new mothers. A recent study from the University of Hong Kong revealed that extending maternity leave by 4 weeks significantly reduced the incidence of postnatal depression among mothers. While Hong Kong increased paid maternity leave from 10 to 14 weeks in 2020, the study indicates that many mothers still experience concerning levels of postnatal depression, which are higher than in some other regions. This calls for a re-evaluation of maternity policies, including the potential for further extensions or shared parental leave, to better support mothers during this critical period and improve their mental health outcomes. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Turn on the screen, monster screaming. Empty smiles, their words misleading. Power games in darkened rooms. Spin their lives to seal our doom. Oh, oh, oh. Turn on the screen, monster screaming. Empty smiles, their words misleading. Our games in darkened rooms. Spin their lives to seal our doom. They talk about freedom, justice, fake. Behind their walls, shadows take. Thought the tears with strings of steel. Promises broken, tears they conceal. We're just numbers in their cold hands. Fight the castles built on sand. Rise up now, reclaim the night of their truth in blinding light. Oh, elections with deals in the dark. Voices lost in power's arc. Leaders laugh while we cry. Change the rules.